Welcome to another edition of the Man Cave, where we give our opinion on just about everything. Today is kind of a juicy topic today because Brother Kelly came up with this one. I agree with him. I think this is an excellent topic. I think it needs to be addressed. Um, I had the thought of bringing a lady on, but I decided not to because this is a man's perspective on this topic. So we want to get the ball rolling pretty swiftly. And since uh, Damon is the only married brother here, he I guess he'll serve as our advisor. He'll be that lawyer that helped me and and Kelly work.
Objection! Objection!
So today's topic is the pros and cons of dating after 50. Let's just say near, on, and after 50. Now, all of us are kind of knocking at 50's door. People like me, we didn't pass 50. And I find it pretty difficult to date. I do. I find it pretty difficult to date for a number of reasons. Me and Kelly were talking earlier, and I said I could think of 5 things right now that would just make me break off a relationship. And Kelly was like, he had a lot of things too. So we're gonna start off with you, Kelly. Give me your number one. What's your number one reason why it's kind of hard to date after 50? What characteristics are you not standing for?
Oh boy, let's see. We can run a list down on this one. What I don't want. I don't want somebody that's, kind of, let's say, confused, or I don't need a boss. I'm not looking for another mother.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Um, I do not want someone who is, still got that want to be. I got to be everywhere. I got to be with this. I got to be with that.
Mm-hmm.
Settle down. I like, we was talking a seasoned woman.
Right.
Somebody who's done had their fun and they ready to chill out and have their fun with just one person.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so, I mean, that's just, oh my God, I can probably go on and on and on, but that's just one of the things, couple of things that I would like not to have.
I hear that. I hear that.
You know,
I'm gonna tell you a couple of things that I can't deal with. Now, I'm sure, see, I'm not perfect. So I'm sure there's some stuff about me that a lady would be like, you ain't it. But from my perspective, if like you said, if a woman hasn't grown up, um, I don't have a lot of patience for that.
right?
I just want, like you said the perfect word, an already seasoned woman. At this age, I don't want to be a woman's father. I don't want to have to say, wait, let me get this door for you. Wait. I mean, let me do the chivalry. Let me. They just open the door, get on out. Because if a woman just opens her door and she shovels her own snow and she's fixing her own tires and cutting her own grass, it's like, nah. I need a woman that lets me not reminds me, but she pulls back when it comes to that kind of stuff
Yeah, let a
and
man be
says,
a
"This
man.
is your job."
Yeah, let a man be a man. That
Let a
means
man be a man.
you get to that point, you open the wrong door at that point.
Yes,
So if you get
yes,
somebody like that that's always trying to jump up and do everything before you can get to it or whatever. You know,
yeah. And
I'm
unfortunately, you have a lot of. I say you have a lot of people doing that after 50.
yeah, yeah. And I
And when
mean, don't get me wrong, I understand it because it should be a lot of them out there that's tired of that bullshit game too.
yeah,
So I mean, I get it. I'm not knocking that, you know, but where are those women at? The ones that I've run across here lately, you go to the gas station, you open the door for them, they looking at you like you just, offended them by grabbing the door. Like,
yeah,
or you speak to them, say hello, they frowned up, got attitude. I just
Yeah.
said hello. I don't, I'm not asking you for anything.
Right.
Said
And
hello.
then when you open the door, I'm standing there like, dang, a thank you would be nice.
Yeah. Oh, I've been in that situation too, and I've been in that situation also where I was an asshole, and I let the door close in front of me. So I'm sorry. This is where you come off. I'll fix you behind that when you won't run across me again.
Yeah.
I hate to do that, but sometimes you just get fed up with it too.
Yeah. Now I'm not complaining about women. I just don't want to get off the wrong idea.
Right? No.
Our perspective is this. It shouldn't be this hard to find someone compatible at this age.
No, it should.
Because at this age, we done been through the ringer, we done, been through a lot together, and now we just kind of merging our a lots together.
Right.
That should be kind of easy. Because back in your 20s and 30s, you really don't know nothing, you're still discovering, and you're gonna make dumb mistakes. But at this age, my radar is razor sharp, and it's just some stuff that I'm not going to deal with. So let me throw some other stuff out there. Financial reasons. When you date a girl and you find out that she's with you for financial reasons, or you get a hint that she's here just because of what you can do for her financially. Over 50.
I can't do it. I just can't do it, because if that's all you here for now, what we gonna be here for later? You're gonna constantly be there just for financial reasons. So that's the only reason why you're in this. You're gonna fall in love with somebody because they're taking care of you. Mm-hmm. No, it shouldn't work that way. You should be fell in love with somebody before they start taking care of you. That's how you get a man to take care of you, or to help take care of you. I'm gonna say help. I'm gonna say help.
Right.
Just take care of
you. Yeah. So Damon, what you got on this subject? I know that you ain't dating because you got a wifey wife, and you guys got the Brady Bunch over there and happily married. But what's your perspective on this? What could me and Kelly do to find somebody compatible to us?
Keep your standards. Everything that you saying, keep them.
Mm-hmm.
Stand by your standards. Don't lower them because a woman is coming with her standards and she feels like her standards are the only standards that matter. Mm-hmm. Example, like you said, cuz I think Kelly agreed. If you find a woman that's that independent and she won't allow you to let a man be a man, then let her go and take her independent butt on somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Because what happens with all of that is that we tend to lower what we want, yet they keep their high standards of a man.
Mm-hmm.
That don't work that way.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you find a woman, she's supposed to be a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
According to the Bible, he that finds a wife, find a good thing.
Yes. Right?
You know what I'm saying? So if your standards, if you have to lower your standards to be with this woman, she's not worth it. Mm-hmm. Because she's keeping what she's saying. She's not lowering her standards and meeting halfway to become one. She's not giving up everything financially. Well, I need somebody to take care of me. Yep, so do I.
Mm-hmm.
It go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all standards. That's the most important thing. Standards. When you're looking for a woman, does she meet your standards? Do she have to lower your standards? Right. Or is she pushing you up?
Yeah. Is
she making your standards seem lower than what they are? She like, no, Aaron, you don't have to do that. Let's do this. Mm-hmm. And you look at her like, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? If she ain't adding to the scale to make it even, nah. Who sang that song? Teddy Pendergrass, 50-50 love. Ain't no 80-20.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ain't no 60-40. It's 50-50. When y'all get together and you talking about being together, it's 50-50.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Period.
Right.
There's no expert. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Right.
I won't even say 50-50 no more. It's got to be 100-100.
Wow.
My man,
Say that.
I'm with you. No, you're right, Kelly. You right, bro.
Yeah,
If she not up to y'all standards, she ain't worth y'all chasing, man. For real.
Hey, look, Brandy says independent women are that way for a reason. You have to be patient and continue to open doors and do those gentleman things. She will get it.
Some will, some won't. You can't generalize that.
Yeah.
Some will, some won't. I understand what Brandy is saying, but look at it this way, Brandy. If you're constantly trying to open the door and she's that independent, you chase good men away. So sometimes it's time to put your independence away, just like we got to put our pride away sometimes. Period.
Right.
I get what she's saying, and she's right.
Yeah.
But no man is going to continue to chase something that he feels that is not worth it. He going to give up the fight and say, you know what? I'm good. And you might have lost a man that was willing to do what you need to do because you won't put aside your standards and let him address you as the woman you perceive to be.
Excellent.
That's like chasing something I'll never catch.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
it's
you know
a
what?
never-ending battle.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And who gonna give up quicker? We will.
We
get tired of chasing, bro.
So would that be the same as if Brandy was dating a lazy guy and she gotta keep telling him to take out the garbage?
Exactly.
And he says, well, you gotta continue to be patient with me until I get that I need to learn how to take out the garbage.
Perfect example, cuz.
Like, nah, you gonna
She
get
not
tired
gonna
of
stay
that.
with that man.
Yeah.
She gone.
She gone. She's gone. She don't have to deal with that. Same thing with us. It's like, okay, let me open the door for you. But at this age, at our age, okay, I can get a woman that's been single for a long time and she's not thinking that way. But I'm gonna say, long before we get to the door, hey, let me get that door for you. Before, and then, and I get it. First date, it's gonna be a bunch of those, but by the second, third date, it's like you ought to see me and think he gonna open the door.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a question.
It shouldn't be. I got my mother-in-law just got married a couple years ago. Before then, she was single for 30 years. Here's the thing. It never stopped her from being a woman. It never stopped her from one of the most independent women I know, but she's soft as a flower when it comes to a man.
Boom.
That's my point.
Boom.
That's my point. When she got married, her husband will tell you in a minute, my wife treat me like a king, but before then, she was single for 30 years.
Yeah.
So I really don't want to hear and I'm not saying Brandy don't have a right, but I really don't want to hear because there's women out there that will break for a man that she loves. Period. She will let him be a man. She will allow him to do the things he do. And guess what? She will do what she do for him because she love him. And because she knows that's the man that God intended for her. I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but that's what it is. We have to have who God intended for us, just like they got to have who God intended for them.
And even if you get who God intended you to have, it's still gonna be work.
Right. It's not easy.
Yeah, it's
not
really
easy. I'm not 50 yet. I'm 46. I got a few years, but at the end of the day, I look at a lot of the friends that I do have that's 50 and above, and they like, bro, why is it not? I'm gonna ask y'all this. Because y'all out there like that. I'm gonna ask you this. I had a guy that's a friend of mine I used to work with. He is 55. He just turned 55. He asked me, he said, is it me or is it all the women my age trying to bring back their 20s and 30s? Why are they wearing this stuff? Why are they acting like they all this? I'm asking y'all fellas, because y'all out there, do y'all see that a lot? Number one. And number two, how do you react to it when it comes your way?
Well, let me say this. Brandy, look, let me tell Brandy, we appreciate your participation, girlfriend. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, indeed.
She came back and said, hey, it's Brandy again. You are generalizing as well. I'm not talking about the random women you meet at the gas station. I'm speaking of the woman you are trying to date. Then she said, and you may miss out on a good woman being like that. Many women have dealt with trash men, especially today's women. You aren't marrying your grandmas or mothers. You're trying to marry their what? Their daughters. Okay, you're trying to marry their daughters who may not have dated manly men that show chivalry. Trust me, what I hear from my female friends, these men are trash, especially the 50 and up.
It go both ways, Brandy.
It go both ways, and
it go both ways because here's the thing, Brandy, and I appreciate you too. A lot, and Kelly, I got you. A lot of the women that your friends, they may not be telling you the whole truth. Because a lot of chicks that I've seen, and I'm married, that's 50, 55, 60 years old, either they want a young man because they tired of the old men, or they want somebody to take care of them because they felt like they deserve to be taken care of. There's no generalization at all. It go both ways. If we chasing away, if we coming after you, and we feel that you the one for us, don't you think, Brandy, that you should put your guard down? If you asking us to be patient, to keep chasing, even a cheetah get tired and it stops to chase. Am I lying, fellas?
No, I mean, you good. You good. You preaching. I
Brandy,
feel like
even a cheetah gets tired. Even at some point, you go to a zoo and you see a male silverback walking around pacing his territory. Even after a while, he sits down and say, I'm tired. Everybody get tired of chasing. And just because you the woman, we don't have to chase you. Just like you ain't got to put up with us and we trash. It's a lot of y'all that's trash too. It go both ways. I'm not denying what you're saying, but you got to don't look at it from a woman's eyes. Look at it from a relationship eyes. Forget man and woman. It's about trying to find somebody, you date somebody. Are they compatible with you? But at the same time, if you giving me the cold shoulder and you keep snatching away from me, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah. And but here's a thing. I don't want to come off as this show like we're bashing and saying each other's trash. It's just that at age 50, I know exactly what kind of lady I would like to date. And there's some things that's below my radar that I'm not dealing with. I'm not settling for no more. And so I don't like, and I agree with Brandy. There are plenty of trash guys.
I agree with her as well.
There's plenty of them. So I sympathize with her, but on this side of the street, it's like, wow, yeah, it's hard. But then, Damon, to answer your question, a lot of women dress provocatively as bait. It's
no doubt.
for the attraction, because it's what it is. When a woman dresses too young or too tight, she's just trying to be a Christmas gift. She's just a really great wrapped Christmas gift. But once you see what's inside, that's what's really going to judge if this is a good gift or not.
Give me something to what am I looking for here? Give me something to imagine. I don't need to see a woman in booty shorts.
Yes.
And in tight clothes and all that shit there. Let me visualize this and get to know you first.
Right.
And then we can go from there, All
of that I think it's the opposite, Kelly. You're right. See, they don't think that a man can use his imagination if you just wear. I like to see a woman when I was in my young years. Of course, you want to see that. No man ain't. Every man on here wanted to see it when he was 21.
Right.
Nowadays, when you're older, it's more to that for me.
It's definitely.
What's your mind like?
Yeah.
What's your heart like?
What's your relationship? Like? What's your relationship with God like?
What's your spirit like?
Right.
There it is. What do you bring to the table that makes me feel like I'm a better man? Yeah. Just like a woman want to know, what you bring to the table. I want to know how you gonna make me feel like a woman. How you gonna take care of me? How you gonna? I'm not the type of man where I'm gonna say you gotta cook, you gotta clean, you gotta do that, because I can do that myself. Would I like you to do it? Of course, but I will do it for you as well. I want to know where your heart is.
Right.
If I get sick, are you gonna leave me somewhere to die?
Like Sinbad said, I want a woman that can recognize the signs of stroke.
Right. Exactly. It's funny, but it's serious. You know how many friends I done had who told me their mama left their daddy when he was sick?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I want to know, where am I at in your heart? If I pass out, are you gonna make the right move, or you just gonna walk off to the next one?
Yeah.
If I'm depressed or down or have a hard day at work, and I come in and all you care about is what's the next thing you gonna get, that's a red flag. Because now you're telling me all that matters is you, not us.
Mm-hmm. Well,
that goes back to not looking at it from a man and female, is looking at it from relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I could care less. We all gonna get old. Gravity gonna take its toll, baby.
Oh yeah.
Because that body you got now, and you trying to show it all off, give it 5 years. You're gonna be trying to do all, get butt nip and tuck and all that. And I ain't even into that. I want natural beauty. Natural
beauty. Yeah.
I've always been a guy who loved natural beauty. I get the hair. Y'all want to do your hair? Okay. I don't like tons of makeup. My wife will tell you that in a minute. I hate tons of makeup. Right. When you wake up, dude. Hey, y'all remember I'm Gonna Get You Sucker? And she was pulling everything up. I don't want to wake up to that, man. Because I mean, it's like
run from me.
Right, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
I love natural beauty. I don't. I just, that's just me. And
right. I do too.
It's nothing like a beautiful natural woman.
Yeah,
especially our black queens. Nothing like.
One of the things. Go ahead, Kelly.
Well, I see the natural beauty now before I look at bodies.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I look at your face first, so I can
that's
see.
What I'm saying.
And makeup on you, anything like
that. Yeah. And you know what I like personally? I like a woman that appreciates the way God is pushing her hair out of her scalp.
Oh yeah.
You know, God is pushing her hair out of her scalp, and she don't. I say it like this: if you pull her hair, and some Brazilian woman say "ouch," then it's like,
because you're not the only man to think that.
No.
They want you to wear that. I know a lot of my friends. They love their woman, so they like, okay, this is what they want to do. But D, when my woman have her hair down and this length, one of my boys actually asked his woman. He say, "Baby, your hair is down past your shoulders. What in God's name do you need to do with a wig?"
Mm-hmm.
Or putting extensions and all that in your hair? Well, it just make me look better. I feel like, and he say, I understand that. But if it's all about impressing me, who's your man,
right?
And I know you want to feel good. If I'm telling you look good, and I'm walking up the street with you, holding your hand and hugging on, what difference do it make with anybody else?
It matters at that point.
Okay, so I gotta kind of advocate for the ladies, because this is what I've heard. Some ladies say they do it because it makes them feel better about having a different look. It's not about not appreciating their own hair. It's just that they want to look different sometimes. They're tired of the same old mundane. So I get that, but
I do too.
I say we can leave the Brazilian hair alone, though, right? Because it makes you look like you don't appreciate. I mean, maybe I'm off base, but look, let me say this. I gotta read some more Brandy's comments, because Brandy's hot right now. And but then we're gonna go into another reason. So Brandy says women will let their guard down when you give them a reason to trust you. I did, but I also had to do a lot of things to get him to understand how I am. We are constantly learning each other. That's fine. Next, then she says, relationships are hard because we make them. True, Brandy, I agree. Now on your topic, yes, I have a sister that is 55, and she is set in her ways. Men are also set in their ways. That's true. Finding a woman for you now is going to be difficult because of what women have been shown that men like. You gentlemen that want to show chivalry have to be louder than these men that promote HOESHIT.
I agree with that.
I am also tired of seeing women older than me act like they are in their teens and 20s. I was raised by and around classy women. What I see today from women, no. Applause.
I totally agree with her
Applause.
with everything she said.
Yeah. So
Everything she said was spot on.
let me do this real quick. Here's another reason why I find it difficult to here's another reason why I find it difficult to date now, and that is women who are too attached to their children, particularly their grown children.
Ooh-wee.
And so let me play this video, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna discuss it.
Gonna tell him he coming in right now.
I'll let him know what's
And then
up.
when he ain't going nowhere. That's my son. That's my only son.
At some point, he got to go.
Never no
I
time.
mean, at some point, he
Never
got
no
to go.
time.
Man.
Never no time.
Well, tell him, Christian.
No, you tell him.
Well-
You talking about you grown and you gotta go somewhere. I told him you my only son. You ain't going no damn where. You go when you get ready.
Man, I just feel at some point you need to make your own way. That's what I be wanting to walk through the house naked sometime, and there you go. So I mean, what?
No, if anything, you can go, not him. How about that?
I want to
How
pay all
about
the
that?
fucking bills in here. How the f- you gonna tell me where I can go?
But the thing is, like, why do I gotta? This is my mama's house. Like, why do I gotta leave my mama's house?
Period.
Man, you damn near 40 years old. Damn near it's time to go. I mean, at what point?
I'm 29 now.
Well, boy, that's pretty 10
But
years
you know
away.
what? When I met you was living with your mama.
Man, please,
You
I
was
was
living
in
with
and
your-
out. Come
you
on,
was
man.
living with your mama.
I
Now
was
you
only
gonna tell
22
me-
years old.
Now you
at
gonna
that
tell
time.
me
Get out
because
of here.
he
No, I ain't
29.
gonna lie, but I ain't getting up. I'm not getting up. I'm
Man,
not
he
going
got
nowhere.
to go.
I'm not going nowhere.
He
So
has to
mama
go.
house,
Well,
And you ain't gotta go
You know
nowhere.
what, damn it, I ain't gonna pay no bills either then, damn it. Now, how you feel about that? You don't want him to go, I won't pay the bills.
No,
but
you gonna continue to pay
he
the
got to
bills.
go though, man. It's too
Thing
much.
is-
See, we arguing and stuff about stuff.
Because,
you know
but at the end of the
what I'm
day, all you gotta do is tell me to help. Y'all ain't saying nothing. It's like,
Man, you a
so
grown
y'all
ass
saying
man. You supposed to
Right.
know the man, garbage overfill. You supposed to know to take that outside. Come on, man. I don't have to tell you all this stuff, man.
But the thing is, I'm barely here, so I'm barely making garbage. So why I gotta take the garbage out if I'm barely here? If I'm barely here, barely making garbage, barely making dishes, like why I gotta do anything?
Well, she gonna
Right.
always make excuses for you, man. But
Right, he don't even be here. So what is you talking about? He don't be here like that. He come here,
well,
he
when
sleep,
he's
and
here,
then he on
needs to
business the
help
rest
out.
of the day.
When he's here, he needs to help out. He needs to do some things. He
Well, I
needs to
tell
be
you what,
productive.
he ain't paying no bills,
damn it,
and
he
he
gonna
ain't
start
gotta go.
paying some bills around
But
this
I ain't
thing.
paying.
But
I gotta pay.
I'd rather for him to
My
get the
mama,
fuck out.
but listen, my mama said I gotta pay no bills. I ain't paying no bills.
He gotta pay.
I ain't gotta
What
pay
I
shit.
want him to do is save his money and do what he needs to do with his
You the
money
whole reason
and
why
not
he is
pay
the way
no
he is,
bills.
because all this soft shit you bring into him, he still got the titty in the mouth. You let
Oh,
all that
hell
stuff
no.
go on.
No, you know what I know? You jealous. You jealous of my son.
You would say
You
that.
jealous of my
Only
son.
you would say some bull
But I
crap.
don't know
Like that.
if you jealous or not, but I just know I ain't getting on my mama's house. Like, if I gotta get my mama's house, you gotta put me on my mama's house at the end of the day.
Well, damn it, I'm gonna be carrying you out. You got to go.
Oh, you don't need to work to carry us
Ain't got
both out then if
ain't
that's
got no
the case.
problem with carrying them out. I just shoot them on out. And you,
Michael, now you know good and damn well I'm not kicking my son out.
I ain't going
well, what point
Yeah.
you expect
So
them
at
to
the end of the
go?
day, I ain't worried about it. Like, at the end of the day, I'm here. I live here, so till I'm ready to get out, I'm gonna be here. So it don't
At
matter.
what point is you trying to? What's your plans for this man? What's
my plan is to stay in here as long as I need to stay in here. That's my
And what if he 45, 50?
And he gonna be 45, 50 up in here.
Crazy as hell. You, well, damn it, I'm gonna be out there.
Bye.
No,
Bye.
going. He's
Bye.
going. He's going
Get the
before
step
me.
in. Get the step in.
He's
Because
going.
this my only son. He ain't going nowhere.
That's what's
My only son,
You
shit.
the one made him like this because your weak ass.
You know
made
what?
him.
Come and go. Your son is forever.
Man, I see what I'm saying.
You better go.
I see what I'm saying. That's
Right. And like
see,
I said,
you made him this way.
Yep.
You made him
no,
this way.
I ain't making this
It's a
way.
product of your
I ain't making this way.
This
Like
is a
I
product
said,
of
it
your
ain't like
bad
he don't.
decision, your bad choice.
It ain't like he don't know how to get out here. Like I said, when he ready to go, he can go.
All right.
I
So
got a lot to say about that. I got a whole lot to say about that.
At some point,
I got a whole lot to say about that, fellas.
you and me both. At some point, as a man, what he 29 years old? He said something like
Yep.
that.
he said darn near 40.
Well, you're right.
Yeah,
My man said damn near
the
40.
son said he
He
was
said
29.
29.
I got a whole lot to say about that.
Okay, but at 29, when are you ready to leave? When are you gonna be ready to go? You should have been ready to go. There's no way in the world. I left my mama's house when I was 21.
Mm-hmm.
Around about the time I had my first child.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done. I love you dearly, but I don't need to be here. You don't need to want me here like that. Whatever
Right.
you need, I'll come back and handle. But
Right.
no. Get out.
Yes.
And
Now,
my man, who I maybe it's my attitude, because I would have told her, okay, fine, I'm out then. Bye. I ain't paying anything else. I let him pay the bills.
Mhm.
He needs to, I don't give a shit if he stayed there one day or half a day a week. You bring your ass in here, you can wash dishes because you're gonna use something. You can throw out the trash because you're gonna throw something in the trash can in that half a day. So
Yeah.
there's no way in the world. A grown man needs to be on his own.
Yes.
Other than that, how else is he gonna learn? If he really didn't learn too much from his daddy. What is he gonna learn if he's not out there on his own?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
And see how fiercely she was protecting him?
Yeah.
And it was like, I always say this story. Have you ever noticed at the beginning of Roots? Remember that movie Roots?
Mm-hmm.
The beginning of Roots, the whole reason Kunta Kinte was caught is because his father took him out in the wilderness to do defense games, like they always do. And they took him away from the mothers. Because if the mothers see their son getting flipped over and wrestled, they go run, hey, you too hard on my baby. The reason why they do that is to get the boy ready for manhood. This woman then softified her son to the point where he told her stepfather, "Oh, I ain't going nowhere. Why should I have to do anything? Why should I have to pay rent?"
Nothing.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, you're going to be no good to anybody's daughter. Why should anybody's daughter date you when you don't even know how to be a man?
Wait a minute. What did she say? She wants him to save up money
and do what he want with his money.
And do what he want.
The worst thing, the best thing my man said was, and I felt him on this. This is your fault.
Yeah.
When he said that, he was like, "You made him this way." That little nigga, hey, for real, he 29 years old. He's soft as hot butter. If he went anywhere, he would be crawling back to his mom. First of all, you can't have sex with your son, baby girl. You got a man laying next to you. You can't have sex next to your bed with your son. Number two, if the man in the house who's paying the bills is telling you to put that young man out, you should be on one accord with this man and say, "Look here, you got 30 days to get out." Your father say you got to go. 3, there's no way, and I mean no way, you gonna tell me you gonna save up money and you gonna do what you want to do with it, and you in my house. I don't care if you come in, take a piss, and leave and go back out. You lay your head here, pimp. That means you gotta do something around here, pimp.
Yeah.
Real talk. For her to be so defensive of this dude is saddening. It's saddening because you ain't doing nothing but making him soft, and he ain't gonna be no type of protector for the woman he get.
Yep, exactly. That's and that's I think that's a real big reason why these men are ruined is because these helicopter mamas.
Yep, hovering on everything they do.
Yeah, she see him as this newborn, and everybody else see him as a grown man.
Hey, what they used to say, get that booby out that boy mouth.
That's what he said.
Let him drink some real milk.
Yeah, he said that too. Now, dang, what was I finna say? I was gonna say something. Shoot, it just slipped my mind. I'll think about it. But anyway, Maddie had a comment. She had a comment on our previous topic. She said, as far as the way I dress, I followed the rule. The clothes are tight enough to let you know that I'm a woman, but loose enough to let you know that I'm a lady.
All right.
There it is.
And then she said about this stepfather and this boy's mama. She said, I admit I am rather protective of my children, but they know that if they do something wrong, they're on their own. My daughter asked me, what if I go to jail? I told her, basically, don't.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. That
know.
term you use, cuz helicopter mamas, that's the perfect term.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna keep a pacifier in a man's mouth, most men are mama's boys. They gonna attach themselves to their mama anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I love my mama to death. I hung out with her this weekend with my son for his birthday. Love her to death. But I left my mama house when I went to school at 18. Didn't want to come back home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I got in the issue where I had to come back home and live at home, it wasn't for long.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that point, I had a taste of manhood and freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to keep that taste in my mouth.
That's right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So what she doing, she pacifying him, she making him soft,
Mm-hmm.
and she making him weak to the world.
Weak.
What I mean by that, you go out to the world and you find one of these cold-blooded chicks, think you're nice looking, got your little money, they're gonna suck you dry because you allowed them, your mother took all the man out you still a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
In a man's body.
Mm-hmm.
And all he was trying to do, all his stepfather was trying to do is say, look here, man,
Mm-hmm.
don't you want to have a chick like I want to walk around, I want to be like Ving Rhames and Baby Boy, cooks and breakfast naked. With you in the house. I gotta turn around and ask you want some breakfast. No, if I'm gonna walk around I'm just saying, man. At some point, you've been in the world. You and Kelly older than me. Y'all been around. You know what it's like to be on your own, and when you on your own, making your own rules, doing what you want to do. That is the best feeling in the world for a young man to feel.
Yes.
Now you want to share that because all of us are at the age. I got mine. She in the house.
Mm-hmm.
All of them is at the age. We are at the age where we like, okay, enough is enough. I'm tired of playing. I done ran across the wrong woman once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
I want a real woman.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this.
Mm-hmm.
And you get what you get. I'm not saying we don't do the same thing, but this is from a male's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You get and you go out here and see what in the world am I out here looking for? There's no woman that dressed like Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the curves, but I'm still a woman.
Yeah.
You can see this, but I'm still a woman. I present myself as a woman. You don't really see that no more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we talking about. It's not the female bash. It's from our eyes. We don't see it.
Right. Exactly right. I remember what I was going to say before. Now, the only thing that I would have wanted to hear from the stepdad was, hey, son, it's time for you to be on your own. I want to help you get there.
Yeah.
That would have been more of a baiting with sugar rather than vinegar. Instead of just putting.
I don't know now.
Well, I mean,
at least already said it
from the way she was sounding.
But we don't know. We don't
right.
know.
From the way the mama was sounding,
mm-hmm.
there was nothing stepdaddy could say. As far as let me help you be able to get out.
And you know what though, Kelly? And look at it from this point. The way the mama was sounding, this conversation has happened before.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
But the way listen to how she was sounding.
Yeah.
Listen how she was trying to get her voice. She came. I mean, it was. You ain't gonna tell my son. I bet you he done said this in like a real nice. Hey, don't you think it's time for him to go?
Yeah,
you know that didn't came across it. That didn't came up 2-3 times.
Oh, yeah.
Because now she want to get the cam. She want to record the dude and then go off on him.
Yes. Yeah. And she's hoping that some other people will see her side, but she just amplified how wrong she is.
That's just like the video with the dude bringing his kids some food.
Oh,
Same thing.
that was it. That was my next topic. And I understand that in that scenario, they weren't close to 50. I hope they weren't, because they didn't seem like it. But in this scenario with the stepkid that's doggone 40 years old, they over 50.
Yeah.
And they're arguing over this boy. And he's, you know what? Did you notice what he said? He said, I'm rarely here. I don't even make garbage. I don't even dirty dishes.
It
So
don't
why should I
matter.
take them out? And why should I
don't
do the
matter.
dishes? Why should I do anything?
I don't make garbage at my
live
mama
here.
house. I don't make dirty dishes at my mama house.
Yeah.
But whenever I go over there, I'm washing dishes. I take
Yeah.
the trash. It doesn't matter. And been doing it long time.
Yeah.
A long time.
He had like he's supposed to got a medal because of that. If your head
Yeah.
hey, if your head laying there overnight, my man, you live there.
So you ain't got to be over there. You don't have to be overnight. Give me
You
half
lay
a day.
your head down and
You
you using my DTE, you
That's
using
right.
my water, you getting mail to my house.
That's right.
My man, you got to pay something. Otherwise, it's time for you to go. You're not gonna sit there and talk to me like that.
If you get mail here, you consider the resident from through the law or whatever.
There you go.
Yeah, you're
Because when you try to evict somebody, they say they're taking the court in a minute. If he get mail there, he live there.
you live there. You got
Hey, but look at this. Look at this. Check out where he was standing. Where was he standing and what was he doing?
in the kitchen, in the refrigerator.
In the
Just like
refrigerator.
you're a young punk.
In the
Always in
fridge.
the damn refrigerator.
And
That's
guess who giving him the authority to do it? The mama.
Oh,
You see the daddy like, hey man, it's time for you to go.
Yeah.
yeah.
But you rarely hear, but they
Yeah.
you got the refrigerator wide open.
Yes.
Hey,
Wide open.
And-
I'm just laughing to myself because I'm thinking of scenarios like this is crazy.
yes.
May God rest his soul. John Witherspoon the next Friday say you eating all the hog maw,
Yes.
all the chicken. I
every
want
time-
to eat too. You know what I'm
every-
saying?
Every time I come to the kitchen, you in the
Yeah, you in here eating. You know what I'm saying? He dropped Cube off on Friday. Next Friday, it's time for me and your mama house walk around naked. You know what I'm saying? Come on, dude. I'm just thinking of funny stuff in my head because it's funny to me.
Yeah.
It's a trip.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
But let's transition right over to that. Maddie says, time to get the step. And I hear that, man. That dude gotta go. Okay, so let's talk about this Burger King thing, because you got people. I've talked to people who agree with the woman,
Me too.
and
Yeah.
it's like, what? How do you
Me
agree
too.
with the woman who says that if you don't bring all my kids, even the ones that ain't yours, Burger King, don't bring none of them? And then the
And see,
man
I want to
says,
ask you a question about that, man. But you really brought it up already.
mhm,
My wife and I showed her the video. I even sent it to my mother-in-law. Both of them said, although I see the moral part of it,
mhm.
Mhm.
my mother-in-law, for her first question she asked, she said, well, where the other kids' daddy at?
Boom.
That's the first thing she asked.
Yes.
And then my wife said, she had me laughing. She was like, first of all, you look stupid for putting this on Facebook.
Mhm.
Because albeit it's going to be some people who feel like they agree with you, it's going to be a lot of women that's looking at you. You could have kept that between you and him.
Yeah.
Because yes, a majority of the people gonna say if that man want to feed his child, he has a right to feed his child.
Mhm.
One of her friends even said, "You ought to get the video, take it to court, and show the judge what you're doing. Because if you got 3 kids, fellas, there's no way you run out of food stamps unless you're selling them. That's my opinion.
She had 4
That's
kids.
number one. That's number one. Number two, you embarrassing yourself. Now the broad made a video and doubled down on it, talking about I stand by what I say, and you an idiot. And everybody saying, yeah, your face is banging. How y'all broke and your kids ain't eating, but you got the face of a model. Got the makeup good, the eyelashes, lip lined up. When my wife saw that, she was like, yeah, she's one of them ones who get pregnant for food stamps. That's what my wife said.
Oh wow.
She's the one that will get kids. First of all, my man said it in the video. Where they daddy at?
Right.
I did when we was together. I did this because I wanted to show them that I care for them just like I care for you. When we
Right.
split up, that's it.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
I ain't got to feed your kids. Now everybody, oh D, the moral part, my cousin say a lot of kids in the neighborhood call me mama, I feed them. I say, that's you.
Right.
That ain't got nothing to do with that man. If that's what you want to pursue, everybody in the neighborhood call Granny, she didn't feed every nigga in the house, in the neighborhood.
Right.
Aaron, am I lying?
You tell the truth, man.
Am I lying? Kelly, everybody in E-Course called my grandmother Granny. She didn't have a line feeding everybody that called her Granny.
She did.
Right. She ain't supposed to.
That's
Yeah.
my point.
She ain't
That's my
supposed
point.
to. Right.
I get the moral part. You don't want to see, I get what she's saying, the moral part. I don't want to see my son eating in front of kids. That should make you go find their daddy, though.
Yes.
Not embarrass him.
Yes. Yes. That's true. That's true. Now,
Make it up to you.
what I agree with you. Where's the other fathers? But look how she handled it after that. She took the food and threw it on the ground. So it's like, okay, you said your son, your kids are hungry. What you should have did, maybe, if he's not gonna go and buy the other kids anything, split what he did bring. My
I
kids
just
are
think it's
hungry,
stupid.
and I don't get my food stuff till 11. Okay. And he even asked, well, how is that my problem? And I mean, I agree with him. It's like, but here's the thing for me. You trying to force him to feed your other children. Now,
And
if you
you
had
right.
come with a request, like, you know what, I appreciate you bringing this food for our son. I got 3 others, and they kind of hungry too. Can you help us out? What man would? I mean, of course, if you got to be one of them low level guys, be like, all right, I can do that. But to force me to do it,
Hey, one of my friends said that. She said on a Facebook post, she said, and her thing said 98 to 99% of the men would have said yes. She said, what if when he pulled up, could she have said this? Hey, I appreciate you bringing our son something to eat. Next time, can it be possible so the other kids won't feel bad? Could you bring them something just so it won't look like this?
right?
Yeah, I would have said, you know what, you're right. No
I
problem.
would have said that
I
too.
would have said that. You know what, you're right. We were a couple. They used to me bringing food over.
Right.
I get that. So what I do is every now and then I bring for everybody.
Right.
Most men would have said, nah, it's up to her to say no. You know what I'm saying? But in her video, I meant to tell you this, because in her video, she said the child is the youngest. The one that went through all this, that's the youngest. So she said, when you got with me, you knew I had kids. You were buying the food for all of us and all that. So when we break up, you knew that you had to continue that. So somebody in there under her video said, in what world are you living in? That's not your husband. He ain't obligated to do nothing when he leave. Now, this is a woman. What world are you living in? He's not obligated when you guys decide to separate to bring them food. What you're doing is you're making that child turn against his father, because it's a tradition that he brings food. Now that he's not bringing it, he feels because something is going on, he turned against his son. Now he building anger issues and all that in a child that was unnecessary. And I hit the heart on that so quick because that's true.
Right.
She's crazy.
Well, I'm driving down the road, and I see this. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Are you kidding?
Kelly, they had so many things on there. They had a dude. Hey, I was on Instagram. Snoop made this dang on video, had me literally crying. He made this video of the dude, these kids eating. All of them got Happy Meals and stuff. And the mama sitting out there like this with a big grin, but the daddy pulling off shooting the bird.
So
I thought I was gonna die, man. I mean, there's so many memes out there, bro. It's like,
oh my God.
Women, we do stupid stuff. Women do stupid stuff.
Yes.
But when you got kids, think about the kids first, man.
Right.
You're
Right.
right. You're right.
Think about the kids first.
Yeah.
You threw a Happy Meal away. If you could have gave that to a crackhead.
You
If you didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? You didn't have to throw it on the floor, because now I look at you. The morality part that I felt for you is gone.
yeah.
It's gone, because now I know you're ignorant.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like a man coming over doing some stupid stuff to a woman, but then come back and say, I did it for this reason.
Right.
Now you lost points for me, bro, because now it's all about attention.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, personally, I think that the McDonald's thing was just like a little staged thing,
Yeah.
you know, but it brings up an interesting principle that is interesting to discuss. You know, that's why I took it as a something to discuss, but I do think there's a fair amount of acting in that.
Yeah.
So but anyway, but look, guys, we gonna have to pay some bills real quick, because we got sponsors.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So let's
Yes,
pay
sir.
these bills, and then we go come back and talk about the next issue we have with dating over 50. We'll be right back out of this.
Yes, sir.
Looking for good homemade cuisine at a reasonable price for your next event? Well, look no further. Hightower Catering. The best caterer in the city is just a dial away. Hightower Catering. Let Chef Hightower and his staff bring good food and good moods to your next social event. Hightower Catering. Hightower Catering has a wide array of cuisine made by his own special seasonings. Hightower Catering does it all. Call Hightower Catering today. Hightower Catering. Good food equals good mood. Hightower Catering. Call Hightower Catering at 313-478-6030. That's 313-478-6030. And find us on Instagram and Facebook. Hightower Catering, where good food equals good mood. Man, we just had a retirement party at my job, and Hightower Catering catered it. Man, that food was off the charts. And I'm gonna tell you, it was like Thanksgiving. He brought a like Thanksgiving type meal, and the food was like that heavy Thanksgiving stuff, like macaroni and cheese, dressing, and all that. I can't recall somebody going, if they did go get seconds, they only got a half a plate because they were full, man. The dude brought meatballs. He brought it was just like 7-8 big vats of stuff. And man, it was plenty left over because nobody could, everybody got full. People were trying to eat it for the taste, but they ain't had no more room. That brother's talented, man. Really talented.
Yeah. I got to get a chance to get Cuz plate. I ain't got a chance. I told him I was gonna get a plate. I shot him a DM like I'm getting a plate as soon as I can. Anytime I'm ready for you, Cuz. So everybody must how good it is. So I got to give me a plate.
Yeah. Okay, so man, this hour has really went by fast, but we gonna keep it moving for a few more minutes. So Kelly, give me another topic. Another reason why it's hard to date after 50.
Shoot, we done went through kids, and it's kind of hard to date after 50. You got to meet somebody first of all, and that goes back. Who was it, Brandy? When I was talking about holding the door open for somebody at a gas station or something. I got to be able to meet somebody first, to actually date. And if I keep running across stuff like that, you'll never get a man, or I'll never get a woman,
right? Well, let me run this by you. And Damon, we had a meeting, and we talked about this. The meeting you couldn't come to.
Yeah.
So there's a scenario, right, where what if you meet a woman and she has quirks, little quirks, right? Like she don't like feet. She like the feet you walk on.
Yeah.
She don't like looking at them. She think they're ugly, clammy. She don't do feet. And is that a deal breaker for you? And also slash, if let's just say you're going to marry a certain woman, a different woman, and you are the touchy-feely type. Like you are in the store and you see your wife, you're married to her, and you say, "Man, that's a beautiful woman. That's a beautiful woman." And you just go over and put your hand, on her waist or on her behind. It's not like you groping. You just put your hand on her behind just to say, "I'm just so glad that I'm with you and you with me." What if you find a woman who tells you you cannot touch her behind until you are at home?
That's all right. And you know what? I would say, if you feel that way, then everything that I do in public, I'm cutting out.
What do you mean by that?
Let's say let's say she don't want me to touch her waist and say, "I'm just happy to have you, this and that." But she want to hug. She see a woman, looking at me, and now she want to grab my hand.
So
Yeah, no,
you're not holding hands or nothing in public.
No, I'm cutting it off. I mean, think about it, cuz if you're gonna punish me and I'm letting everybody know you my woman and you talking about bag up, but if a woman looking at me, you want to grab my hand, the feeling is mutual. Don't touch me.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
cutting it off. And then we're gonna have a conversation. Why you do that? The same reason you told me not to touch you in public when I was telling everybody how much I love you.
Yes.
So don't think that when a woman looking at me and all that, because that's happened to me before I got married, want to grab my hand. Let me go. Don't touch me. Because when there's somebody looking at me and they doing all that, now you want to, this man. No, I'm not. Remember, I can't touch you. I can't be happy that you mine. But then when somebody look at me, I'm your. No, it don't work that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that comes to what Kelly said, what you said. Here's one word that I thought about doing the wonderful commercial for High Tower Catering: compatibility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We have to be compatible. But Kelly made a great point. I keep saying, Kelly, how can I be compatible if you don't allow me to be chivalrous or try to approach you as a man should approach a queen? If I can't find out how we compatible because you got your guard up, then you'll never know that I could be the man for you. And I'll never know that you can be the woman for me.
Right.
But just like we gotta let our guard down, you ladies, I understand y'all been beat up. Don't get me wrong. A lot of dudes have done y'all wrong. At the same time, you don't think a lot of women have done us wrong?
Boom.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Both of y'all been divorced, been going through some stuff that happened in the marriage that messed y'all up in certain instances, yet you still raise your daughters and your sons as a man. There's a point where Aaron and Kelly want a woman that respect them just as much they respect themselves.
Yeah, man. Exactly.
That's how I go. And from a man's perspective, we are not seeing that, especially from the women who's supposed to be at the mature age to where they want a man.
Yeah. I hear you. I definitely understand that, man, because when I heard that scenario about the don't touch me unless we're in the house, it's like, well, wow, I'm not groping you. Again, it's not like I'm embarrassing you by groping you. Sometimes I just want to show you that I'm just glad you're here. I'm just glad that I'm with you. And then sometimes, we're visual creatures.
Right.
So we're looking at curves, especially if we're looking at the curves of the woman that's with us.
Right.
And it's like, girl, I'm just so glad you with me. And then if I just happen to say boom and keep walking, why is that a problem? I never understood why that was a problem.
Don't feel bad, you're not alone.
Yeah. I didn't think I was. I just had to say it so when she watched this, she'll see how foreign that is.
That's foreign, bro, because I don't hear too many women saying that.
Yeah, I don't either. Because I asked a lot of women, and some women said, if he don't touch my behind, I think something was wrong.
That's what I hear.
Right.
That's what I hear right there.
Most
Yeah.
men want that affection.
Yes, and they love it shown publicly. Like you
Yeah.
said, Aaron, it's like you come behind your woman and you grab her waist and say, "Baby, you the best thing happened to me," and I
Mhm.
want everybody to see what
Yeah.
I'm holding on to.
Yep.
Most women will lay their head on you, or they'll grab you, or they'll do that. I ain't never seen no woman. I'm like Kelly. I'm like, you don't want to hold my hand in public. You don't want to touch me. Don't treat me like that behind closed doors. I want you everybody to know.
Exactly.
That's what I usually hear.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of manipulation. It's like, I want the affection, but I want to tell you how to do it.
Basically.
So you can't tell me how to do it. As long as I'm not violating you. I don't want to violate you. I don't want to embarrass you in public. But I do sometimes. It's I'm looking at you down the supermarket aisle like, wee.
Exactly.
Praise
Yeah.
God for you.
Yeah.
And when I approach you, I want to embrace, just to show you that I'm just a few minutes ago I was thinking about you.
And it should be okay from your significant other.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely be okay from your significant
Right.
I just would want to see, at some point, I remember talking to my grandmother before she had got real, real sick. And I was going through some things early in the marriage. And she was like, when you're in a relationship and you find a woman or find a man that you really care about, it's worth fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
And if both parties are willing to fight for it, then you got something.
Yeah.
If one is just pulling on you and taking and adding to the stress of her or him taking from you, you going to work, if y'all got kids, things like that, that drains a person. And that pushes somebody out away. And then you wonder why you sitting here alone. Because go back to that video, if my man decides to leave, and if it's true that her son ain't there all the time, she gonna be sitting at that table like, what did I just do?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna feel alone, she gonna feel stupid, and then she gonna be calling, can you come over here and see me? And he gonna be like, I'm straight. And when your son leave, I come.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what are we doing? It's time out for all the other stuff. Back when you was a child, young man, young woman, you didn't know nothing. I always call young fellas young lions because they always want to conquer anything they can when they're young. But when that old male is there, all he want to do is protect his pride.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now that you got the old lion who looking for someone whose mental capacity is where he is, somewhere where he want to be, and his woman is saying, no, you can do better. Or his woman is saying, we here, we gonna make this the best, and we want to retire here, we gonna fall in love and do this here. That's what a man over 50 is looking for. That's what a man is. He ain't looking to take care of nobody. He's looking for somebody that can take care of him as well as he can take care of her. He's looking for somebody that's saying, okay, here's our retirement plans. We gonna retire in about 15 years. This is what we finna do. You want to move to Florida and chill out? You want to stay here? Let's figure out what we gonna do. So when the golden years come, we set, and all we got is us, and we gonna be together. That's what a mature man is looking for. That's what y'all looking for. We ain't looking for this other crap, man.
Man.
From a man's perspective, this is what we looking for from guys that's in or around or above 50.
Yes.
Already got children. We already did all the other stuff. Now it's time to find my queen to chill with.
Yes. And I mean, I'm not pressed, so it's like I could be single. I mean, I'm okay with being single. But God said that it's not good for a man to be alone. He didn't say it was. He didn't say that you got to do it, but it just said it's not good because we don't know it all. We need women to balance us out and tell us, hey, this is a better idea.
Hey, if he want us to be ourselves, he never would have opened our chest open and created Eve.
That's true.
Period. He would have. It would have been just Adam here. We'd have been naming and doing all the naming the animals, doing what we doing now. But even God seen that Adam need a helpmeet.
Oh yeah.
He needed somebody to be by his side. He needed a strong woman. Behind every man, there's a strong woman. Period. It's
Well,
it's just that you gotta find her.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes it's cool to be in the hunt like that, you know, but sometimes it's like once you find that person that is not there for you, you know, you just politely just say it's not gonna work because I've been here before. You know, I'm not dealing with no more wayward kids. I'm not dealing with a woman who don't have her spending habits under control. I'm not dealing with someone who cannot they like your family got to go on vacation with us every year, more and more people. You can't stand to not be at your family's Thanksgiving. You always got to be yours. Never mind that kind of stuff. I'm not dealing with that stuff no more. And then
Because you done dealt with it and it drove you insane. So now when the older a man get, not only are we visual, we grow tired of stuff real quick the older we get.
Foolish. Yes.
We get tired of the older a man gets, the less he gonna put up with BS.
Yep. Yeah.
So you 50, you a half century old. You done seen enough of the shenanigans. Yeah. I'm tired. I want a woman who's on the same level or maybe higher than me, saying, hey, if a woman can, I pull her to the side and say, this is what I want to do. I get that, but how about you do it this way? And maybe things will come. And you looking at her like, To me, now, I think, and y'all fellas can answer this for me, the most attractive thing to an older woman is her mind.
Yeah, I'll agree to that.
Get her body. Yeah. I want to see what her mind like.
Yeah.
If you got a woman like that, and as you was getting ready to say, as far as like a woman coming to you saying we can do this a different way, if I got somebody that can intrigue my mind,
that's sexy to her. That's sexy to me.
Yeah,
because
that's
doing something that I never thought she would do. You're getting my mindset, right. Man. It's sexy, bro. It's sexy. I like. Ain't nothing wrong with looking at a pretty woman, Aaron. But when she got this, and she got this, and like you said, her relationship with God even shows more. Man, that's the sexiest thing in the world.
Yeah. It is because I need a woman that's gonna pray for me when if I act like a fool. I need a woman that's gonna pray for me, because here's the thing: if you try, even if it goes the other way too, but if you try to change me, it's gonna sound like a nag. But if I got a woman that's gonna go to God and say, "Hey, God, you know he acting a fool. I need you to get with him," and I can't ignore God. God is gonna make me humble. I'm gonna be like, "Oh shoot, baby, I am sorry." That God is going to put the heat around me, and I need somebody to do that. Yeah. I need somebody. I don't want to crack open the Bible and say, this is the Bible. There's 66, but I don't want to introduce her to the Bible.
Right.
I want her to have a full understanding so we can talk on a higher level. I'm just not interested in.
And that's why I give mad respect to my wife, man. That's why I give mad respect to my wife.
Yeah.
She prays for me all the time. If I'm going through it, she know. She had told me, she said, I really need to pray for you because you're not only my husband, but you're my caretaker. Everything, I need you to do everything. I need you to wash up. I need you to help me dress. I need you to do all this stuff. Not to mention you helping me with our business and all that. I just want to pray for you. That right there is like, okay, I got the right one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I know my cousin all my life. Kelly, I know you, and it's like I look at y'all like, man, I know these dudes can make it. I know they can, but it would be nice if God sent them a wonderful woman. Because in actuality, a wonderful, God-fearing, intelligent woman takes so much of a load off of y'all.
It does.
That's right.
It does.
But you know what, Damon? I'm gonna cut you on that one too. You are 100% right. Everything you just said. One key thing is, now I need to go to God and ask him for the woman that I want.
There you go.
I have not done that just yet for certain reasons.
Understandable.
You know, and I mean, y'all know, I take care of my mother. So
she gonna have to take care of your mother too.
I spend time there. And I don't know if there's gonna be too many women out there right now that would be subject to
I get that. That's totally understandable.
You know,
I get that.
I have not asked for what I wanted. But when the time comes, oh, trust me, I'm gonna be on my knees, yours and yours, asking for everything that I want when it comes to that woman. I'm gonna be down there. Trust me.
I got it. I got it, bro. And I totally understand that.
Yeah.
I've seen what my cousin been through, but he put me down on a lot of intimate stuff that I didn't know. So when Aaron told me that intimate stuff, it made me gain so much more respect for him, and it made me pray even harder for a woman that can understand what he's been through. Because if they understood what Aaron been through, the last few battles that he done had, and they get the struggle that he's going through, albeit he is this strong, God-fearing man, they would see that this is a good dude. Do you realize what he been through the last few times in the relationship? Like I said, the intimate stuff I didn't know. So I had to look at my cousin like, damn, cuz you kept all this in your, that's tough. So when you look at somebody that you care about, you love going through this stuff, yeah, I want Aaron to have the best woman possible that he want to call queen, that treats him as a king. Knowing what you just told me, Kelly, same thing. Y'all boys don't deserve that. The burden King Kong need to get off y'all back, is what I'm saying.
Right. Hey, hold on, David. We gonna have to wrap up, but I gotta pay some more bills. We'll be right back after this to wrap the show up. Looking for good homemade cuisine at a reasonable price for your next event? Well, look no further. Hightower Catering. The best caterer in the city is just a dial away. Hightower Catering. Let Chef Hightower and his staff bring good food and good moods to your next social event. Hightower Catering. Hightower Catering has a wide array of cuisine made by his own special seasonings. Hightower Catering does it all. Call Hightower Catering today. Hightower Catering. Good food equals good mood. Hightower Catering. Call Hightower Catering at 313-478-6030. That's 313-478-6030. And find us on Instagram and Facebook. All right, so Kelly, what's your takeaway?
Well, I guess my takeaway would be, I guess we got to have a little bit more patience. First of all, to try and get what we want, and just don't, I'm not settling for nothing less. I know it's a lot of, I know it's still a lot of good women out there. We have not ran across them yet. That's all.
Yes, that's true.
And like Damon said, don't let your guard down. Don't settle for nothing less than what we want. That's all it is. And that's for the women too. Don't settle for nothing that you don't want. If you don't want it, don't take it. Don't accept it. Don't play no games. It's too short. We're getting too old for this crap.
Yeah, and I don't have patience. I don't have that.
I don't.
I mean, I have patience, but some stuff is like, I don't even want to enter into that room.
Not for BS stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damon, what's your takeaway?
I think Kelly nailed it. Like I said earlier in the show, man, y'all fellas keep y'all standards. Keep your standards. Keep what you feel you need your ideal woman should be to you. Number two, in order to find that out, we gotta still be on the lookout, still be chivalrous, still be who you are.
Right.
Because maybe that will attract the right woman. Oh, he holding the door for her. Maybe I need to see what he about. You know what I'm saying? You never know what, just because the woman that you held the door for don't say nothing to you, that woman at the gas station pumping gas is like, that might be a good guy.
Right.
So as long as you letting that light shine to show that you are a man's man and you willing to do what you need to do to get the ideal woman, eventually it'll happen. And three, if you find the woman, compatibility level, see where she at, where she at mentally, where she at with her heart. And I think Aaron nailed it. Was most important. Where is she at spiritually? Because she's there spiritually, mentally, and physically, and everything else. will follow quick
Mm-hmm.
if she feels you are for her and you feel she's
Mm-hmm.
for you.
Right.
Yeah. Well, my takeaway is this, and this is what I always say. You know, when a man and woman get married, at the altar, God fuses their spirits together. You know, they become one. That night, they fuse their bodies together, consummating the marriage.
Right.
But it takes the length of that marriage to get their minds together. That's where the battle is. And when you can find somebody like a Wanda or George or Steve and Kim, those are married people in our family, Kelly.
Mhm.
When you find those people who got married and they did all this at the beginning and now they just kind of working together. You know, when you get that,
That's what you
that's
want.
what everybody. I mean, they won't let
Well-
anybody come between them.
Yeah.
You mean I've had your back for years, you had my back for years, and this is where it's gonna be. And it's hard to find that, man. It's just because that's what I'm when I got married, I never thought about divorce. Never. It's like wasn't even on my mind. And so when it happened, it's like, really? You over some stupid stuff?
Right.
It wasn't, I can understand getting a divorce because of some cheating, some beating, some gambling problem, drug problem, some kind of addiction or something like that. But over some kids, nah, that's just stupid. But
Yeah.
that's just so immature. But my takeaway is I like taking ladies out for investigative purposes. And I don't mind that they investigate me as well. If I'm not what you like, then that's fine. But I'm looking to see if you're what I need. And if you're not, we don't have to be mad at each other. You just go your way, I go my way.
Right. You just say you
Because the last thing you want is to drag somebody through life. So, but yeah, I'm sorry, Kelly, did I cut you off?
No. I was cutting you off.
No.
Who's to say that you can't be friends?
Right, exactly. So, but we're gonna have to pay tribute to the obvious missing link here. So, and
Very obvious.
And it's funny that he ain't here because he would have clowned on this one.
Yes, he would have.
I was ready to clown him today. I'm gonna tell you, right?
He would have
Yes,
just been
he
a
would've.
clown. I mean, we know that, but Brother Art, he had a scheduling conflict and he couldn't make it. So we'll catch Art on the next rebound, man. And we want to thank everybody, Brandy, Maddie, for your contributions in the chat. Appreciate you as always, my brothers on the show. Always bring the fire. We appreciate you guys. So we're gonna wrap this one up, put this one in the books. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to subscribe and share and leave a comment, even though you're watching the replay, and we'll definitely get with it and answer you. So with that said, we'll catch you on the next show.
Take your home up.